Evacuation orders have been issued in Pakistan's most populous province, Punjab, amid warnings of fresh floods.
Authorities fear a surge in the levels of rivers that are part of the Indus water system and forecast high to very high flooding in the next 48 hours, including in several major cities. Residents in low-lying areas have been told to move to higher ground, and local officials have been instructed to deploy rescue teams in advance and prepare shelters, food supplies, and snake bite vaccines.
पानी असर बहुत ज़्यादा वाधा पिया अज भी पानी थोड़ा थोड़ा ज़्यादा वाधा पिया थोड़ा करके कभी रुक जाता है कभी चढ़ना शुरू हो जाता है उनकी वजह यह है कि पानी अगर ज़्यादा इस तो ज़्यादा बुलंदी जो है लोगों ने घरों पहले ही दाखिल होया खलोता है फिर उन्होंने जो कच्चे मकान ने या दीवारां ने वो गिरनियां शुरू हो जाती
ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ 11 22 ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ 1122 ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਆਏ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸੇ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਪਾਸ ਵਾਪਸ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਵੋ ਤੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਈਏ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਰ ਜਾ ਸਕਨੇ ਨਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਬਾਤ ਹੈ ਮਜ਼ਦੂਰ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਦਿਹਾੜੀਆਂ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ
Indian media reports say New Delhi alerted Pakistan about possible cross-border flooding, marking the first official contact since the recent armed conflict. Reports say the alert was issued on humanitarian grounds, while Pakistan confirmed the message was received through diplomatic channels. Experts say this information sharing comes as a surprise after New Delhi suspended a decades-old water treaty with Islamabad in April.
Monsoon rains have battered Pakistan, killing more than 750 people in the last 2 months. Experts blame the recurring floods and the high death toll on a combination of factors, including topography, budget cuts, a lack of climate-resilient infrastructure, and also an early warning system. For more, we're joined by Syed Faisal Saeed. He's chief meteorologist at the Pakistan Met Department, and he joins us live from Islamabad. Syed, thank you so much for talking to us on the show. So it doesn't seem to be over right now. We have the evacuations ongoing, as we understand it. Your warnings are still in place. So first of all, how long more are you expecting these conditions to last? And tell us what your focus is right now in terms of, helping people who are affected.
Thank you very much for taking me online. Presently, this system we are expecting for the next 2 to 3 days, and generally the monsoon starts retreating in Pakistan from 15th of September. So there are not, it's only now a couple of weeks. After that, we are expecting that the monsoon rains will subside.
And before, I let Liz come in to join the conversation, I want to ask you what exactly are you doing in terms of making sure people receive the message and warnings if they are required, in particular, in areas which may not have the internet and the connections, that others have?
Actually, you're right. There are some communication gaps, especially in the high mountainous areas. For example, there are, of course, there are no internet connections there, but we are very well connected. Pakistan Meteorological Department is very well connected with the local authorities. So we are using every communication channel to inform the local authorities about any upcoming event. So we are connected in other ways, and we are regularly updating them.
So what is the response from your Met Department to claims by residents in the city of Swabi? They say that they received no warning ahead of the flash floods.
Well, actually, there are two types of warning that we give. One is a warning for the large area. We usually give this warning 2 to 3 days with the 2 to 3 days lead time. And these 2 to 3 days lead time warning is issued in all the electronic media, print media, and all sort of communication channels are used. So I'm not sure about these reports, but these journal, because if there is a very flash flooding there. For example, we have also nowcasting here, which we are also giving nowcasting information. but there may be some regions where the information has not reached. But I think most of the times our information reached there.
So, Sayat, I mean, is it also true that some residents sometimes don't prepare despite receiving warnings from your department for various reasons? Presumably, maybe they don't understand, the climate changes that have taken, place, or maybe, they're caught up with the struggles of daily life. Is this a significant problem for you? You send out the warnings, people receive them, but they just carry on as though nothing has happened.
Yeah, I think this is a major issue because people usually do not have the resources, and even if they have the warning, they sometimes they do not take it very seriously, and sometimes they expect that okay, there is an 80% chance, and but they believe that they will survive. And secondly, they don't do sometimes they do not have many options to go to leave their homes and their land. So this is also another challenge.
Yeah, Syed, you've noted that the PMD needs to improve its system. What are the biggest limitations right now? I mean, tech, funding, human resources. What do you think your department needs, especially with climate change effects worsening so rapidly? And are there any urgent short-term measures that you can deploy now to improve forecasting and nowcasting capabilities? And then if you're looking at it in the longer term, what are some of the plans that need to be taken?
Yes, PMD, is constantly improving its early warning system. Right now, we are in a process of improving our observational system, which will definitely improve the nowcasting. We are in a process of acquiring about 300 automatic weather stations. It's a project funded by the World Bank. Secondly, we are acquiring 5 new radars. So there are some gaps where there is no radar coverage. So radar coverage will also be improved. And second and thirdly, we are also acquiring a supercomputer. We already have a supercomputer, but we are improving this system to have a high resolution simulations so that we can have a very regional information. And this process is going on, and we are further improving our early warning system. But the early warning system, which is already installed, is actually giving us good support, and we are very vigilant and informing the communities and the authorities very well on time. And but we hope to improve in the coming days.
Understood. Syed, I want to know how much more difficult your job and weather forecasting has become because of climate change. I mean, will the new technology, keep up with the changes that are taking place even as we speak in terms of, I guess, throwing previously known weather patterns completely off?
Yeah, that's an important question. And the problem is also a climate change. From the observational data, what we are seeing shifts not only in rainfall but also in temperature. This is very important to understand. Our hydrological cycle is changing. What we are observing is that in the northern high mountainous areas, the temperatures are increasing at an unprecedented rate. So you just imagine that in the last 50 years, what we have analyzed show that more than 2.5 degrees centigrade temperature has risen in the high mountainous regions. And because of that, there is a lot of, early glacier melting in the summer season. And secondly, what we have observed is that along with these temperature, our winter rains are decreasing. That means our snowpack is decreasing. Since 2018, there is very less snowpack over mountains, so which is also exaggerating the situation. Second thing that we have observed in the monsoon season is that our monsoon rays are increasing. It's not only increasing, but we have seen that there is a shift in the pattern. That means our monsoon rains are shifting towards west. Now the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan is receiving more rain. And what the climate models are projecting for the future, they are saying that this pattern and increase in the rainfall, monsoon rainfalls, is expected to continue. So, our winter rains are decreasing, and our monsoon rains are increasing. And this is what we are expecting also in the future. This is what the climate models are telling us.
Or
So
some
there is a
experts, yeah.
complete change in the hydrological cycle.
I hear you. Syed, some experts believe that there'll never be enough money for the needs of the PMD or any Met department, given the changes that are taking place right now, in particular with the US and foreign aid. So they say the focus has to be less top-down. You have to educate, you have to raise awareness, things like making homes climate resilient, being aware of the dangers of living next to rivers, tree planting. I mean, would you agree that is one way or something that you have to do alongside technological improvements?
Yeah, actually, it's a multifaceted problem, and a lot of deforestation has been happening in the past, and lot of illegal constructions have been, there in the past. On the people have been constructing near to the riverbeds, and there are multiple dimensions of this problem, and I think it's not only early warning. There is a whole, we have to take this system as a whole, because as a meteorologist we are expecting that in future we will continue to see these type of flash floodings, because because of climate change there is now more moisture available in the atmosphere, and especially in the monsoon region. And this is what we are observing here. So we can expect that this type of trend may likely continue. So we have to, change completely our habits. We have to do some long-term planning and change, our lifestyle. So it's not only early warning that we do the firefighting, we have to plan accordingly, because these type of events are going to happen in future. This is what we are expecting.
Yes, and Pakistan contributes less than 1% to global greenhouse gas emissions, but it suffers some of the worst impacts of climate change. And so really, how does that shape your mission and your approach?
Yeah, for climate change, that our contribution is very less for the greenhouse gases. But unfortunately, the focus of the world for investing in the climate change projects is decreasing, and there is now even less focus on climate change and the related. Less investment available for these climate resilience projects. But I think this Pakistan has to take these things very seriously, and they have to come up for their local solutions, and they have to come up solutions with their own resources, and give these type of disasters and related to the climate change the first priority.
All right, Syed, we'll let you get back to the important work that you and your department are doing right now. Syed Faisal Saeed is Chief Meteorologist at the Pakistan Met Department. Thank you so much for your time, sir.